Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again. Today we are at Epcot, but there's a storm coming through, so it's been raining on and off all day, so I haven't really been able to film much, but I do want to show you guys the crowd levels really quickly. This is going to be a shorter vlog, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we can before the storm actually starts rolling. So let's start off this video with the wait time. So as you can see, Spaceship Earth is 20 minutes. We have 10 minutes here, 5:35 for, what is this, Soarin'. 10 minutes here. Test Track's still down. Test Track has been down for a while. We did get to ride it earlier, and it says Frozen is 40 minutes. Now what we realized today is, even though this says 40 minutes and this says 20 minutes, none of these are accurate. Test Track for us earlier said 45 minutes. We waited maybe about 15. Soarin' said 40 minutes for us, and we literally only waited about 5. So these aren't really accurate. There's basically no wait times here today. The longest wait we had was Frozen, and I'd say that was maybe 20 minutes, and it was posted at 35 minutes. I'm taking a look right outside of Spaceship Earth right here. I mean, empty. So as far as crowd levels, I would say this is pretty much on par with Magic Kingdom, but this is a more spread out park because you do have the World Showcase. So right here in the actual like Future World and all that, there's not really any crowds whatsoever. There's a little bit more crowding as you get close to the World Showcase, but I mean, it's still not that bad. Now this park is still under construction, so you will see all these construction walls all throughout. And right now we are going to actually head over to Mouse Gear, so we're going to follow this path here. There's some more construction walls here as we walk along. And I think it's time for the quietness check, because this place is actually really quiet, and with the walls there is an echo. But let's do the quiet check. Nobody. Ghost town. Now to be fair, this isn't the best area to show it off because this is just the walkway, but it is just weird. I can actually hear my own echo right now because of these construction walls. And here is the new Guardians of the Galaxy building, which is still under construction for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Looks pretty cool though. And here is the rest of the construction for Guardians of the Galaxy. They did put this kind of like divider here, so we can't actually see what's going on inside the building, but you can see some of the construction going on. And here are a few topiaries that are still up here in Epcot. The first one we've seen today, but to be honest, we haven't gone through World Showcase, which we are going to try and do now, but it's kind of iffy with the weather. But we're going to try, and if it starts raining, then we're going to have to cut this video short. But we're going to see what we can find through World Showcase, but I thought these were really cool. Inside of Mouse Gear, here are all the different magic bands that are currently available. So some old ones, some new ones. I think this one's fairly new. And then we got some over here as well. This one I actually got for Christina at the Disney outlet for like $5, so that's kind of funny. Alright, so we're gonna try and go for it. We're going into World Showcase now, so you can see that they do have a Taste of Epcot, the Food and Wine Festival going on, as well as the Flower and Garden Festival going on simultaneously. So this is going to be interesting to see all the flowers we can see, and also the food and wine that we can see. Here's a shot of walking in, and as you can see, nobody around. To be fair, it did rain, but I don't really think the rain cleared out the park like that. The park has pretty much looked like this all day, so not very heavy crowds here. But again, this is a pretty big park, so even if there is heavy crowds, it's very spread out, so it doesn't feel like it's really that packed in here. So here's a better shot of the crowd level. So it looks like the park has been dead because everybody's been in World Showcase and not in actual Epcot riding the rides themselves. But again, it's not super packed, but there's a decent amount of people here. And this is a little bit of a more narrow walkway than the rest of the parks. That's why it does feel a little bit more crammed in this section. So it was pretty hot out here earlier this morning, but now that it kind of rained and there's just a bunch of overcast, it actually feels really, really good out here. Very nice and cool. So much so that you guys may have noticed that I did take off my cooling towel that I always wear on my head. It feels really nice right now. Very, very nice. Probably the best weather I felt here in Florida in a few months, so very nice. So Christina is trying the Orange Splash frozen lemonade mixed with orange vodka. How is it?
It's actually really good.
And what's it taste like? Lemonade or orange or just a mixture of both?
More so lemonade. I don't really get the orange.
Alright, well there you have it. Alright guys, so previously the rules here at Disney, not just at Epcot, but all of Disney, was that you were allowed to walk around with your mask down as long as you were drinking or eating. But today they did change the rule. You can still take your mask off, but you're not allowed to walk around. You have to be in a stationary position. So we actually had a cast member just come up to Christina and tell her that she did have to be stationary. She was not allowed to be walking around with her mask down. So you still can take your mask down, you just can't walk around with it down. We found another topiary. Here is Remy from Ratatouille standing on a block of cheese, or not a block, a wheel of cheese. Here's a shot of the crowd level right here, right outside of the France Pavilion. Not too bad here. You can see as we get down there, there is a good sea of people. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that crowd that was here just kind of dispersed out of nowhere. It's kind of weird. It looks like there's a giant crowd of people, but then, I don't know, the walkway kind of opens up and people start going alternate routes and stuff. So, yeah, that crowd disappeared and now we're just basically by ourselves. Nobody in front of us, nobody in back of us. There are two shows going on here in the America Pavilion that you can catch right here at the theater. It doesn't look like you can actually go into the theater to watch it. They do have it roped off, but it looks like you can watch it from right here if you wanted to. Over here in Italy, pretty empty over here. And the clouds look very cool right after the storm. I'm not sure what shoes this girl has on. They remind me of Buzz Lightyear. Kind of hard to get a good look at it. Alright you guys, so that's going to do it for us today at Epcot. I know this was a little bit of a shorter video, but there is a little bit less to do here at Epcot. We did walk around the World Showcase. It was packed in some areas, but then the crowd just kind of disappeared, so it's kind of weird. I would pretty much relate this crowd level to the crowd level that was at Magic Kingdom. Busy in some parts, but for a majority of the park, it was actually fairly empty. Epcot itself, all the other lands were pretty empty. It's just here in the World Showcase where there is the most going on, the most people. Everybody's here for the Food and Wine Festival, obviously, so you do have that going on. But overall, not a bad day. And after it rained, the weather is really, really nice out here. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.